Ave General, welcome to history, as I command these Julii Romans on this winter wonderland, and hopefully it'll be turned into a bloody battlefield for your entertainment. And I'll be fighting against the Scipii Romans. We're both Romans, led by different family members in the aristocracy, and I'm facing the Scipii Romans in blue, which will deploy on the other side over there. Don't see them yet, but I will after I finish deploying. Anyway, I'll introduce my army, so you could get a good idea of my awesome units here. I've got 4 units of these legionary cohorts, and they look really sweet with their segmented armor. They're not the best units you can bring for online games, but they're historical, and hence fun. I got some long-range archers just here, and 2 normal archers in front of them. And behind all that, I got 1 cohort here of legionnaires with my general in it. See him right there. And behind them, my whole army, I got 3 units of Roman cavalry, and they got some pretty good upgrades, as you can see by those mini flags that just disappeared. Each little mini flag represents an upgrade for online play or offline play, whatever. And here's some war dogs, which are my secret weapon in this battle. I've got them hidden in the woods, so my opponent can't see them, but I can. So my plan is, when the battle starts, I'm going to move my men to the left of that rocky outcrop in the middle. And hopefully, he'll believe that my whole army is moved, so he'll advance up here. But I'm going to keep my war dogs in reserve and skirmish anything that comes his way. And hopefully, due to surprise and the fact that war dogs can scare my opponent, I'll demoralize them, and hopefully I can deliver a swift blow to his left flank. That's my plan. Let's have a look at my opponent's army, which has just appeared. He's got some Praetorian cohorts right there. Praetorians and Urbans. He's got a nice staggered formation, which he's deployed in. I wonder if the computer chose that for him, but it looks pretty cool. There's his general unit. Cavalry unit right there. Alright, so he's got some archers in the front, and some velites, which chuck javelins. He's got another unit of velites there. Pretty much, his infantry is urban and Praetorian cohorts, which are stronger than my infantry, but he doesn't have as much upgrades, so he's got slightly the upper hand. And scattered amongst his army, he's got some town watch as well. If my voice sounds a bit retarded, it's because I just got some retainers in. It's the last step. Oh, there's his general unit. It's the last step in getting my teeth properly fitted, so they can be perfect. Anyway, as you can see in the distance, I've moved my army to my left. Hopefully you won't believe I've left anything in the woods over there. And I've kept my cavalry in reserve as well, just in case. My opponent has some Praetorian cavalry here, which is the best cavalry the Romans can get. But, like I said before, he hasn't got upgrades on them. So it'll be interesting to see how I wipe out this heavy unit, if I can. So he's advancing his army. He's also advancing this urban cohort unit, which is a strong infantry unit. He's going to back up his Praetorians. I think he's a little bit skeptical of what is in these woods, so hopefully he won't reveal my war dogs here. He's getting very close there. You see my opponent's advancing. You can see some spears being chucked at my archers there. That's exactly what I wanted to do, because my archers are a meat shield. I'd rather him throw pillar at my worthless archers than my legionnaires. And this is a very lucky thing for me. He bypasses my war dogs and the woods, and he's going to go for my main body. And in that, I'm going to spring my trap while I can. So here come my war dogs. Very heroic charge. His infantry has just realised, but it's too late. And there goes his heavy cavalry. I'm going to chase after them with my war dogs. So there goes his cavalry force. And I'm going to sweep around this rocky outcrop and try and take out his army from the weaker units behind. Meanwhile, here's the infantry engagement. It's red versus blue in the center. I have a nice attachment to the Blue Romans, the Scipii Romans, because the clan that I'm in for Rome, called Hell, I was actually recruited into a house called the House of Scipii. But I fought this battle before I joined Hell, and there's no mercy being shown in this battle, that's for sure. Alright, so here's my light Roman cavalry dealing some justice to these Scipii Romans. I'm going to try and take out his general. On the way to taking out his army, but he runs away. So I'm just going to ignore them for now. Gonna head straight for him and do a classic hammer and anvil. Bam! Unfortunately, his infantry is pretty sturdy, so I'm gonna have to do a few rounds of those. Try and beat them into submission. So I'm doing hammer and anvils. My anvil is the cavalry, and the hammer is my infantry, which fixes his infantry in place. And with that huge cavalry assault just then, wiped out all of his units and they're routing. Here's my opponent's general. He's trying to win it on his right flank, but I don't think he'll win it in time. And I've got the momentum right now, seeing that all these units are routing. Alright, it's looking pretty sweet. Here's the last stand from the Scipii Romans. Sorry guys. This army that I'm using, it's a nice historical army, and you don't see a lot of it online, in competitive environments anyway. But it's fun when you play it against people that aren't in a clan who aren't as good. Because I think once you become a good player, that just gives you a better incentive to use more fun armies, I think.
The enemy general is
and experiment, and this was a lot of fun.
Men know their doom approaches.
And one YouTube user that uses these armies a lot is AceBlazer25 on YouTube, and I just call him AceBlazer, or Acecums. He's been posting a lot of battles for him, so here's one for him. Nice historical battle with the Julii Romans. So my opponent was very well mannered. I won't reveal his name, I don't think, just because I'm good at that. Anyway, that was a heroic victory. Hope you guys enjoyed that battle, and rate my videos. I mean rate. I meant rate. See you guys later.